Hello, my dear friends. Today we're going to discuss the most desirable and probably one of the coolest archetypes of all. It's the archetype of Empress. In a classic Rider-Waite, Empress is depicted with a lot of elements that underline her position and her power, just like the Emperor. But the way Emperor and Empress achieve things in life definitely do differ. If the Emperor is a representation of masculine energy, which acts physically, in the outer world, achieves some things, makes things work by applying something tangible, some actual steps. The Yin force, which is the feminine energy, works in the opposite way. It works more like a magnet. It doesn't chase, it does attract, though. Even the Mother Nature made it clear when was creating female and male species of all kinds, not only humans, animals as well. And the cellular level also shows us the principle, the very core principle of yin and yang energy, which I discover more on the course, on the Archetypal Psychology course. We dive more deep into the biology and the chemistry and a lot of other processes there, and I'm sure you can guess the essence of our cells in our body also shows us how a female and how a male should act and behave in life in order to be in their most harmonious self. Let's dive deep into the understanding why the archetype Empress is so amazing and desirable from the points of feminine energy and the attraction of the resources in the world. The energy of Venus, that's one of the astrological symbols that we see right here on this very classic card of Rider-Waite, which we take as an essence. It's like an ABC, the Rider-Waite tarot decks for those who study tarot and archetypal psychology on my course. This is the essential symbol that shows how the energy works as well. It's a circle with a cross that points downward. And Venus rules two signs in Western astrology. It would be the sign of Taurus and the sign of Libra, and both of those houses, the second house of Taurus is the house of money and the material realm and the material possessions that we acquire and accumulate and manage as well. And the house of Libra, of course, is the seventh house of relationships and love and ability from us to build with other people, whether it's personal, professional, or romantic or not. Ability to harmoniously build all types of relationship with people that surround us. So what's special about Empress? Empress, she's the ruler of the kind that is not ruling people by applying force and applying maybe some strategies that make people fear, just like Emperor would do in some cases. Empress rules everybody behind the scenes by her magnetic energy of abundance. She abundantly attracts in her life anything that she needs, both material things and resourcefulness is one of her key signature features. Not only people who are born on the 3rd of the month, but also people with who have them another archetype as an Empress by the result of the calculation of the special algorithm that I teach on those who are on the course. These are the people who have the most abilities to be the Empress-like and to achieve in life anything desired by the principle of Empress. But also, this course is not about just knowing your archetype and knowing how to shuffle and make a spreads from 78 cards. It's not even about that. It's about astro magic. It's applying knowledge of the sacred hidden texts that came to us all the way from ancient Egypt and knowing how to apply each and one of those principles when you need to achieve something. Really, the astrology that I teach, that kind, the tarot that I teach, it's not about knowing something and just having the information like a dry source of knowledge. It's about applying it practically to your life and being able to manifest in the physical things that you need by just simply embodying the principles that are hidden in every single major tarot arcana, which is also a archetype. It's not about just knowing how things work, it's about uh, being able to actually practically benefit from it in life. uh, Archetype of the Empress, it's that state of mind when a woman is fully happy, abundant, because she has all the angles of every single state. And let's dive deeper into it. We derive a lot of information on the course, and not only from our ancestors, who were very big on understanding the importance of four elements: the element of fire, the element of earth, the element of water, and the element of air. Those are like a prehistoric points that gave birth to a lot of understanding and subdivision of the four types of people, four types of personalities, temperance, four types of zodiac signs also. But it's not even about that much. It's about the energy it possesses. Women tend to have those four elements in the categories that I'm going to describe further. First category will be the principle of fire, and it's the category of mistress. Mistress, it's all about the sexuality. It's all about that sexual energy, that impulse, that aura that radiates from her, that attracts the opposite sex or attracts people to her like a magnet, and that creates a primal instinct, desire to have her as her mistress, desire to be with her intimate. And that's the energy of fire, because the fire has that essence in it. It's not only sexual and sexually stimulating and attracting, aka the mistress state, right? It's also the energy of creation. It's also very enthusiastic. It has the masculine principle in its depth, in the profundity of fire, because fire likes to expand itself in the time and place and conquer as many territories as possible. But all of us have certain percentage of masculine and feminine absolutely in it. It's absolutely normal and essential to know how much percent of each element you have in you, and work on balancing it out. And it's also very interesting how you look at partners that you tend to choose in life, how they have that element that you're missing the most. They usually have it in abundance, so together you can kind of complement each other. So back to the elements. The first state of mistress, she's sexual, she's attractive in that type of spectrum that I described. Next element will be the element of earth, which opposes the cross of elements: fire on top, which is the father heaven, mother earth on the bottom. And this is the feminine principle of the earthy signs, yeah, and the earthy energy, where Mother Earth enables the practitioner of the archetype Empress with the qualities such as stability, fertility, um, ability to manage the household, ability to be the housewife, basically a wife. The first archetype was the mistress, the fire, the hot, spicy, sexy, and all that good stuff. But the wife, she has different qualities. She has a lot of energy of earth. Wife would be the state of consciousness when woman knows how important it is to take care of the family, how important it is to being able to put a good meal on the table, how important it is to being able to manage the finances and resources that she already has, and maybe even multiply it. How important is it to take care of the children, of their education, of their health, of their whatever they're wearing, whatever they're eating, if it's healthy enough. Watch everybody's daily, just the simple daily life activities. This has a lot to do with the state of consciousness, where woman carries the role of a wife, and therefore she is under the patronage of the Mother Earth energy, because Mother Earth, for her, everybody is a child. Everything that has life here has a right to exist, and everything has the ability to survive here in one or another way, because Mother Earth, aka Mother Earth, right, the principle of a great mother, divine mother, she provides us with everything we need, with the food, with clothing, with a lot of other attributes necessary for life. Next element will be the element of water. Element of water, it's our water signs, it's our emotional state of mind, ability to feel, ability to actually sense something, being sentimental, being romantic. And that's the attribute of the state of consciousness where the girl come into place. The girl, innocence of the girl, she is believing, trusting that the world is a good place. She doesn't have that mindset where she is afraid or she thinks that somebody's going to deceive her, do her bad. She's a girl. For her, the world is a fairy tale. The world is a big play where she is open. She's ready for romance. She's open for the gifts and a really good treatment. And she really believes that there is a Superman, or maybe her father or her brother or her beloved one. She sees the ability in the masculine to protect the feminine. She truly understands, even being as a little girl, maybe a little bit naive or infantile, but still she's the one. She's that state of mind and consciousness which makes men want to be men, which makes men want to be the heroes, want to conquer, want to achieve, want to protect them from harm and from everything that the world has in abundance. But that state of mind of girl, she is woven of the energy of water, which means she's not obstructed by just the dry logic, which we're going to pass on to the last element will be the air. She's not obstructed by only the material form as the earthy heavy energies. She's not all about that sex and fire and the the desire to get this thing now. She has that prolongation. She has that ability to just give herself fully to the feeling that she's experiencing, both positive and negative. She is vulnerable. And people are afraid to be vulnerable nowadays because vulnerability for a lot of people means weakness. But if you break it down psychologically, it's actually a big strength. Those who are not afraid to be vulnerable, to show their true colors, true feelings, they are like children, and they're very strong because they are not holding back what they feel. Science scientifically proved those people who freely let their emotions flow, they live longer because it's very beneficial, not only for emotional bodies and your psyche, but also for your physical body. The last element, which kind of ends the cycle of the four in one woman, is the element of air, which is the state of mind where she is absolute queen and she knows it. And there's not even a doubt or any question. She is a queen regardless of her status or the country where she lives or marital status. It doesn't matter. All the attributes of the society that makes somebody a queen, it's not applicable to her when she knows it deep down. Her intellectual levels are so high that she can manifest anything that she wants with applying all the knowledges that we described before. Because real queen, she is first of all strategic. First of all, she understands the importance of boundaries. She doesn't let anybody in her space, just like on level of wasting her time and energy on people. She won't do that. That's why queens and kings, they always had their close circle, who were trusted people, who had the same qualities with them, who were worthy enough of their time. And every intellectual being understands the importance of the times alone and the solitude and the times spent while you actually consume tons of information that help you understand better the world we live in and how to apply your knowledges to your benefit. So the state of mind, that the last one, which coincides with the element of air, will be the state where the woman is a queen by default. So all these four elements, they form Empress. We have four types of cards as well, like four suits, right? The suit of Pentacles will be representing earth, material. It looks like a coin, like money. The suit of Swords will be representing the air that we just mentioned above. Swords, like a cold metal, she's cold, she's very logical, strategic. There is no emotion, there is none of those things that mentioned before, which allows her to actually think clearly and build up a strategy in her life and in relationships with others. There is an element of fire, which will be represented by the suit of Wands, because wands, they are like wood, they're wooden things that burn. that has that uh, ability to ignite very fast, especially when it's dry. And the last element is water, and it's represented in the suit of cups. So all those four elements, cups, emotions, as we spoke before, makes up an empress. The empress right here, she is attracting all the goodness in her life. She's the divine mother. She's a representation of feminine energy in her purest and most abundant form. She's got the crown full of stars. It also has a lot to do with her cyclical, with the celestial bodies, very deep connection with the moon, like all women have, and very deep connection with the time of the night, which feminine energy is at large. It's like they say cats like to sleep during the day and they like to play at night. That's very, very feminine energy right there. And she's sitting right here abundantly. I want to show you designer decks. I found it really interesting. I usually use this deck. It's called Tarot of the Night. It has, you see the way that she's sitting and at her throne, which is filled with all kinds of flowers and beauty around it. She is relaxed. That's one of the state of feminine energy. Empress is relaxed. She knows that everything is going to be taken care of. She knows how to delegate. Empress is not trying to achieve goals in life how Emperor would do. She's not going to go and overwork herself to the point where she's tired. It's counterproductive. Feminine energy is not meant to rule like that. They meant to delegate. They meant to take the creative power in their hands and make money creatively, preferably if the abundance flows to her from different sources, and one of them can be coming from her man. That's absolutely normal for the feminine energy. And those who confuse it with, oh, I don't want to depend on anybody, this and this, all this independent woman stuff, they forget the very essence of the feminine energy, which where every girl was born with it, with every cell, you know what I mean? And they tend to lose their feminine energy by applying masculine principle, and we live in the world that's been applied masculine principle, so it's not easy to maintain your essence in the, you got to play by the rules where you live. However, it's very important to get educated on that matter and know how our ancestors knew the very secrets of maintaining healthy family, healthy societies, because women knew how to manifest all those states that I mentioned above. The state of mistress, the state of the girl, and the state of queen, and of course the state of mother and the wife. This is another beautiful deck. I really like this version. It has some kind of very out of space beings, and I see that here's a lot of butterflies, which oftentimes symbolize beauty and very light perspective. The orange colors right here look really good as a draping dress on this beautiful lady. Speaking of orange color, it's the chakra of navel to 3 fingers below your belly button. That's the orange chakra of the pleasure, and which is this probably the strongest energy center when it comes to the archetype Empress. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the description of the tarot archetypes. As you can see, every archetype is a big story of its own, and there are 78 cards in the deck. If you want to learn how to read them properly and how to apply every principle to your benefit, I'm so happy to invite you all to embark on the journey, where a lot of students are already studying, and they're leaving very happy feedbacks about the very structure of the course. The course is yours forever as long as my YouTube channel exists. Upon enrolling and paying, you get the private link, and you can study every single lesson that carefully structured at your own pace. There is going to be a lot of practice. You're going to have really amazing skill of reading tarot cards, and not only helping psychologically yourself, your friends, your family if you need to, and understanding a lot of beautiful mysteries about this universe we live in. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye.